Since OpenAI launched its new feature called Deep Research, I've been testing it in all different scenarios, discovering more and more ways that finance professionals like you and me can use it to save a lot of time and produce much better work. I've even incorporated it into my trainings and workshops that I do for finance teams. So today I'm going to show you 3 use cases of ChatGPT Deep Research specifically for finance professionals. But before I'm showing you the demos that I prepared for you, let's quickly talk about what Deep Research even is. And basically, if you remember yourself when you have all of these tabs open when you research about a topic, this is just doing that for you. Imagine before when you spend hours and hours on a new topic, maybe analyzing a new regulation, maybe comparing competitors, maybe just doing a research for your holidays. Deep Research is doing that. It's opening hundreds and hundreds of websites, connecting them, and then doing a report for you. And these reports has proper citations, so you can always find where the information comes from. It takes about 5 to even 30 minutes, but often 5 to 50 minutes to complete a thorough research through Deep Research. And then you get a written report plus all of the resources on the right side. And the coolest part about Deep Research is how smart it is. It pivots research direction based on what it discovers. It connects dots across completely different sources. And honestly, the reports it gives at the end is at the level of what you will expect from a professional analyst. Use case number 1, benchmarks. Imagine the CEO or the CFO walks into your office and says, I want to see how we perform against other SaaS companies. Make a benchmark analysis and make sure I get it tonight. Do you think you can do that? And do you know how much time it will take you? This is why we're going to use AI to help us with this work. And let me show you how. So here I'm going to provide benchmarks, financials and operational, gross margins, EBITDA margin, revenue growth rate, LTV, churn. And I'm going to explain what is the size of the company. So 10, 50 million revenue. And then when I ask that, what is very interesting is you never get straight away the results. Instead, AI is going to ask you some questions to make sure that the research is going into the right direction. The same way that if you have a trainee or somebody in your staff, if you give them an instruction, a good trainee or a good team member, they will always reformulate and they will ask you maybe to narrow the research. That's exactly what is happening here because we are asked if we are interested in the specific vertical, so fintech, HR tech, marketing tech, or some just general SaaS across industries. And we have also questions about the timing, the location, and what type of values we are interested in. So you see that here you don't need to write long sentences. I just answer to show AI what I'm interested in. Fintech, recent, US, and all type of values. And then the report will work, and really interesting, look how long time it took, 14 minutes. And in 14 minutes, it went through 29 sources that we can see on the right side, and it was the equivalent of 83 searches. Imagine in 14 minutes, yourself doing 83 searches is like 5 to 6 searches per minute. Impossible to do it if we are human, but AI can do it for us. You see on the right side, all of the sources, and like this, you can review if the sources are good enough for you. And you can even go on the website yourself. And then we get all of the reports with all of the KPIs that are asked. For each references, we get the link that you see in gray that we can click to check the articles which is mentioning it. So that's a good way to check your sources and to make sure that you agree with the report. So at the end, what is good is always to ask for a table. So here we are lucky it provided it, but sometimes it doesn't provide a table. So always ask for a summary table. So you see how in 50 minutes, and in these 50 minutes, I could just go and take a coffee or do other works. But after 50 minutes, I have a report done that I can review, check the sources, and can use. Of course, I always advise you to check, to maybe refine. Like often what I do is after the first report, I do a quick review and I check what is missing or maybe where it went that I didn't want the AI to go. So maybe here, there are some websites that I don't really trust that I might just say ignore them. And maybe there is 1 or 2 websites from which I know they are good references where I'm going to say, please focus also on these websites. The same way that if you work with assistants, it's a review process, but now you just get the work done in 50 minutes and look at how well it's written. So after I think 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you can get a good draft and you can can go to your boss and together you go over the benchmarks, and like this tonight, instead of staying late to work on this, you can go have fun with your kids, with your partner, or just do some sports. By the way, if you are serious about mastering AI as a finance professional because you want to stand out from all of your colleagues and you understand that AI is important, you can click in the description and it will send you to the AI Friends Club, which is my community. We are more than 800 CFOs at the time of recording this video, and this is really the best place to start learning AI for finance, but also to meet all of the other people that are like you, motivated by using AI for finance, and see how they are doing it, and ask them questions and exchange around these topics. Check the link and see if this is for you. Let's go now to the second use case, and this use case, it could be used actually by all industries. You can even use it for personal purpose. Imagine you want to participate to an event, but you don't know which event exists because you have never been to one, and you also want to make sure this event is at the right place, the right time, and also affordable for you. And if you start looking for events online, you will spend your whole evening. Instead, let me show you what you can do. So here I am inside ChatGPT, where I prompted using my framework that I am a finance professional, that I want to go to the best conference on finance, AI, and Excel in the US. I'm explaining that I'm not available in August, and I want a table summarizing the conferences. Remember, use the word table. This is the best output you can get from deep research because it will summarize all of the information in an easy to consume table. I'm a bit demanding because I'm asking for 20 events. That's also a good way to get more output, and I'm specifying what I want: the cost, the size, the days, the topics, the key speakers, and also how can I travel there if I live in New York. Quite ambitious request, but let's see what we get. And again, you can see that it asked me again to specify what I wanted. So ask from when, if I had preferences, what type of conferences, if they were corporate or academic, the budget, and what type of conferences, in person or hybrid. And based on this, after 10 minutes, it did 153 searches and found 40 sources. These sources are all summarized in this table. Just imagine if you had to go and do this research. Could you really do it in 10 minutes? Look at what we get in terms of quality. Let's open the table because it's really important here that you see how much value you get. Just like even for private purpose, do that to organize your holidays, or to go to a music festival, or to do that to organize your holidays, or to even do a music festival. This is going to be a time saver. So I'm opening this in Google Sheets, and like this, I can analyze this table and find what is the right conference for me. And you can see in this table, we have even location, dates, cost, size. We have also the topic, of course. And after, because I wanted to book my flight, we have also the best travel from New York and the travel time and cost. Again, this was done in 10 minutes. Imagine that. So I suggest to you to try it by yourself and see how you can use it for even like if you need to go to a client, if you need to prepare a trip, a professional trip, or if you are looking for the best certifications, or if you're still studying, if you are looking for the best school. There are like so many possibilities of using deep research when you want to compare different options. For the third use case, let's look at something which is really relevant today, the tariffs. And I don't know you, but I have really a hard time to follow what is happening and to stay updated and to know which tariff applies for which countries, what are the exceptions. This is really hard. This is why we are going to use here deep research to help us working on that and to know and understand the implications for our business. Imagine we are CFO of a manufacturing company and we produce windshield for cars. We know that we are going to get impacted by tariffs because we have some productions in China and we want to have some alternatives. So we're going to ask deep research to help us. And again, we get these questions which want to improve the research by refining the research. Once we have answered all of these questions, deep research worked on it. And after 14 minutes, it went through 167 research and found 25 sources. And on top, we get also sources directly from the government, as you can see, and from trusted sources like Reuters. And now we get a strategic report explaining to us everything that happened on tariffs and also giving us alternatives. So first, we understand what are the recent policy changes. So this helps you also to learn. And then we ask for it, like what are the alternatives? So given that, it gives us the best countries for alternatives. And for each country, what are the specific regulations funds right now. And on top, we also ask for other indicators like cultural fit, or if industrially these countries are ready to have a company like us. So once we have done this analysis, and here you will learn a lot of things that you don't know, and that's the best thing, is everything is combined in one place because it's going to gather all of the sources. On top of just giving you some documentation, it's also making a proposition for you. Let's see at the end this proposition that is going to come for us. So now we get the summary of alternatives, which is the most important because you don't want to always have to read everything. What I really like is it tells you for each country what is the best for, and also it gives you the resources, and you can paste that in Google Sheets to consume better the information. So like this, in just one page, you have the analysis done for you. So like always with AI, you need to review, you need to understand. But here, imagine if I had to verify by myself everything without the help of AI. I will just lose days or have to pay a consultant that is specialized in tariffs. But here instead, I can start drafting, I can get the sources, and I can read the most important sources to understand by myself when is the latest date of the changes in tariffs. And based on this, I am forcing the AI to use this. So it's like really, again, working with an assistant who found great information online, but you are current, you also read the newspaper, and you know that something happened just yesterday and that your assistant didn't take that in account. So what you do, you go back to your assistant and you show them the source and you say, no, please change your analysis, and you do it now based on this. So because I knew that there was a lot of changes, I asked in the deep research to check against the latest announcement from Donald Trump. And at the time when I recorded this video, there was something in April. It used this finally to update the whole report. You can see that there was something in April, and then with further remarks in 9 of May and then 12 May 2025. So that's when I did this video, and this helped me also understand all of what happened instead of having to read all of the newspapers. And based on this, I will ask to change the report and update it. And like this, I know that my report is up to date, and next time if there is a change, I can also go back to the report and ask to take into account the new change. So that's how you work with AI, not delegating everything, but rather letting AI prepare everything, then review the work, challenge it, understand it, and own it. And like this, you can go from producing this type of report instead of taking 2 weeks, because if you have really to take a decision with the board, you will spend a lot of days on that. You will spend 2-3 weeks, you will hire consultants, you will also ask your team to work with you. You can cut this preparation time from 2-3 weeks to just 1 or 2 days. Not from 3 weeks to 5 minutes, because that's too idealistic. And on top, like imagine if you have to take decisions, do you really think that in 5 minutes you will know enough to take the right decision? I don't think so. But here it can cut down all of the prep time, and you can spend your 1 or 2 days to understand and create your scenarios around that and move faster than your competitors on these problems. So these are 3 use cases you can try today. But of course, this is just scratching the surface of what's possible with this new deep research feature. If you're looking to integrate AI into your work and you don't want to spend hundreds and hundreds of hours to learn by yourself like I did, or if you don't want to watch endless tutorials to make something practical for finance, then the best is to join us at the AI Friends Club, because this type of information are digested and created just for what you need as a CFO or finance executive. So join us at the AI Friends Club using the link below in the description. This is the biggest and the best and most exclusive community for AI in finance. This is where you'll find all of your peers that are already advanced or just starting, but with the right mindset like you if you are watching this video. Inside, you get access to live workshops, courses, and practical frameworks and templates, all designed to help you save 10 hours per week. Again, you probably know that learning AI is essential to not get left behind, but I guess you are just overwhelmed by what's out there. That's why the AI Finance Club is there for this, is there to help you, because I spend the time to learn what you need to know, and like this, with just 1 hour investment per week, you will really get ahead of your peers. I see you inside.